Good afternoon. It is, well, it's still morning, I guess, here on a Tuesday. I'm doing a kind of an impromptu live stream to kind of test out a new way or a new device, I guess, to do a live stream. So you guys that are on are going to be my guinea pigs, I guess, to see how this actually works. It's something new for me, as I mentioned. And it looks to me like it's actually sideways. I don't know why it is sideways, but apparently YouTube, let's see if I can switch the orientation here. Again, this is a little bit of a test, so if you're just coming on, you're probably wondering, why in the heck is he sideways on the live stream? Good question. Let's see if I can't rectify that. I thought I could go sideways, but I can't. So let's try this. This to me hopefully looks a little bit better. It's not coming through on my iPad yet, which is kind of odd. So, oh, there it is, and it looks like there is an ad coming up. So, what I'm using here, this is a GoPro. It's wirelessly synced to my cell phone. So I'm using that to do my little test here, I guess, to see how it works. I am going to talk a little bit about the status of my 2024 Tacoma. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go back to live. There. It looks like the live stream is actually up. Taco Jason, Robbie, my neck hurts. I know, right? It's fixed now. Again, I thought I could turn the camera sideways and do a live stream that way, but apparently YouTube doesn't like that, even though I thought I was broadcasting that way. So it's a little bit odd, a little bit unusual, I guess. Anyway, we're back to portrait view, I guess, or horizontal orientation. By the way, for whoever's on, we only have about 6 people. This is an impromptu thing, so I don't expect there'll be a ton of people on here. But how is the volume? Can you guys hear me? Is it coming through clearly, or is it muted? That's one thing I wanted to test, and of course I won't know that until I play it back for myself. So we shall see. We're going to give a little bit of time here to see if anybody else joins. Again, I don't expect a whole lot of people to be on because it is kind of an impromptu thing, right? Now, another thing I wanted to do, what happens if I take this thing and move around with it? The problem I had with the other stream is I couldn't move around. Somebody asked me to see the Tacoma, and I was rather limited in how I could show you guys. But now I can actually show the truck and move around a little bit. And another thing I'm curious about, I'm standing behind the camera. Here's the front, of course. What kind of volume are we getting? Is the volume good? Can anybody actually hear me differently now that I'm standing behind the camera as opposed to in front of it? One thing I wanted to show you, the cover that was on the tailgate is now wall art sitting up there on my wall. So there's always something you can do with mods that you remove, right? So that's where it is residing for me. As far as the grill, I probably will put that on the wall and light it up. Of course, it says Rob Motive in the middle. It is backlit. So if I can find a step down transformer or something to lower the voltage on it from 110 to 12, then I'll wire it that way and have it on the wall so that I can actually have it as some kind of feature in my garage. Because, you know, I like to put stuff up on the walls. We've got a kind of a graveyard of grills up there, mostly Jeep, but we do have the Tacoma over there, and then the Tundra over here, and even a Mercedes over there. So we do have a little bit of variance, I guess, as far as the different kinds of grills that I have. Again, you may see some weird camera angles because I'm still trying to mess with this thing and get it to I guess, do what I want it to do. Now, let's talk about the 2024 Tacoma for a second, right? I'm still waiting. There are some 2024 Tacomas that are supposed to be coming in around me, but interestingly, I see the dates for those trucks, the expected dates is now being pushed back, it seems. One that I was looking at, and it was just an allocated truck. It's not like I put anything down on it or did anything like that, but it actually moved out about 2 weeks. So I don't know what's going on. I've had some people tell me on the channel that I'm going to try to turn this camera again. Let's see. Are we going to get the angle I want, or am I going to be sideways? I have to let my iPad catch up so I can see. But anyway, they seem to be moving out. I don't know why that is, but they definitely are. And that, of course, pushes back. Okay, I'm going to go back to normal now. That pushes out the time that I'll be able to actually get one. I can see from my display now, or my iPad, that it did not correct or change the view on the screen. I am indeed sideways. Anyway, it's going to pop back to regular orientation here in just a second. So I'm a little discouraged with that Toyota doesn't have these out in any kind of numbers where we can actually get one if we want one. And I mentioned, I've heard that there's been a delay, some kind of a pause, and I'm not exactly sure why. I've heard because of quality issues. I don't know if that's true or not. We did, of course, just have the recall announced, 80,000, 81,000 Tacomas for that welding problem on the rear that supposedly is, I don't know, causing the nuts, the lock nuts or whatever, stop nuts to come off. Maybe that's why. Maybe Toyota is really afraid of that. Maybe it's a bigger problem than we know. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Automan Dan, wow, Rob, quite the collection you have. Yeah, you're talking about the grills and stuff. Yeah, there's a ton up there. We also have an emblem graveyard. You guys can see here. Let's take a look. I've got Jeep down there. We've got a Ram grill badge, Hyundai. I think that was a grill badge, and then some more Ram lettering. There's a Honda. I think that was a trunk badge. Some more Ram lettering down there. 1500 Tacoma, of course. I always take that stuff off. And then over here we've got, from the rear where I had changed the inlays on the back of the tailgate from black to camo, what I have now, the V6. This was a camo grill, or not grill, glove box lettering. I don't know if you guys can see the kind of camo effect to that. Pretty cool. And then, of course, your old Rob Motive sticker and the magnetic sides that I have. And those actually were replaced by orange on this truck. And these will be coming off. They're not going to be staying on the truck. They're just magnets. They just pull off. Fortunately, the Tacoma is still metal over here, so we can still stick magnets to things, which is good because I do not like sticking adhesive-backed anything on the paint. That's a big no-no for me. Anytime you see anything stuck on the paint, except for those grill inserts, let's take a look at those. I'm curious if you guys can tell, and it's in the sun, that they're camo. Let's take a look. I mean, I can really see it here in person, even though they're dirty. But can you see the camo effect on there? Kind of neat. I kind of like that. I think it's pretty cool. They kind of reflect differently in different light. Oh, these are going to be going away too. And by the way, those tail lights, they probably will be for sale on the channel or somewhere. Maybe not the channel, because they won't fit the new Tacoma once I ever get a new Tacoma. If I ever get a new Tacoma, we shall see. Anyway, I just wanted to get on. Been on here for, oh, I don't know, maybe, how long have we been on here? I have no time anywhere. I think it's about 10 minutes, something like that. I just wanted to do a little bit of a test. Honestly, I think I prefer the vertical cell phone option, and I may get on here in just a second. I wish I could combine lives. I may get on here in just a second and pull that up. Rob, have you an emblem problem. Yes, I do. I don't like emblems. Anyway, I might go ahead and kick on. I think as part of this test, I'm going to call it test number 2. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the iPhone in the vertical screen and see how that compares to this. So stay tuned. If you're on and you want to stay on, I'll be right back on in a minute or two. We're going to test out the vertical version with the iPhone. Thanks for being on while you are if you don't come back. Bye.